Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Krashy, and today we are going to be jumping into a VOD review from the Rush $2,000 Unite Invitational. That's about as much information as I'm able to find out about it, but this tournament's been going on today, and the third place match was just concluded between aDrive's team, which is TeamShiny, and Pipchamps, which is, Sanji's team, one of our other fun competitive players that we like to watch. So if you check out the links in the description, you can find all of these players. As you can see, I get this question a lot. People ask me, where do you find these games at? I just find them on Twitch. You know, I find the people's streams, I go in their VODs, I pay attention to the community, and I just kind of watch and look around. So let's set the stage a little bit. As you can see, I do have this pause from the VOD. The current series is 2-1. I like how Dan has this on the screen for us. So the current series is 2-1 in a best of 5 series, and this is the third place match. Like, the winner of this decides third place, and the loser would become the fourth place team. So they're currently holding a 2-1 win, or a 2-1 lead in the series, and this is going to help them close out that third place win. So let's go ahead and jump into it.
Get Ninetales skin. Let's go.
Ninetales skin. Let's go.
Have the light comms on just for context. All right, let's look at the team.
Machamp.
I don't know how we're
Whoa,
gonna
interesting.
So Pipchamp's playing Machamp.
do
They're using the Mr. Mime as like a tank.
Sonata likes to run the Shell Bell Choice Specs classes.
Let's go ahead and pause really quickly. I need to take this all in. All right, so the two team comps are very different. So the bottom team is going to be using Mr. Mime as like their tank. Then they have Gosu Easy Peasy on Machamp, who is most likely their jungler, if I remember correctly. Venusaur, Sonata on Venusaur. Actually, it might be Sonata. We'll have to. My memory's terrible. Might be Sonata on Venusaur, and they may have like a solo top Machamp or solo top Lucario. We'll see. Honestly, I can't really remember all of their positions, but Eldegoss really solid support in the meta right now. You can see kind of mirrored Eldegoss, mirrored Venusaurs, and then we have a Zero Aura on Heat, who I know my name's covering him, or my webcam's covering Heat, but we have the Zero Aura, and then our tank is going to be aDrive on Mamoswine with Rin on the Talonflame. So very, very good stuff here. Very, very different. This is actually the first I've seen of Talon, I mean not Talon, Mamoswine in the competitive meta, and I'm pretty excited about that because I haven't actually seen any teams running it, but I haven't watched the full series, so, or the full tournament.
Get him.
Let's get this bread.
Let's get this bread.
All right.
Drive's been weightlifting.
So we got a tri-lane bottom, which is really strong in my opinion. I really like the strategy, but I also like the Mamoswine for it. Brings some good CC, some solid damage to the table for it. I think the Mamoswine's laning phase is really, really strong. We'll see how he's running it. I assume he's probably running Focus Band Buddy Barrier with a Score Shield. Hard to say. So they do have the solo top, so it's got to be, yeah, it's Machamp. It's Machamp jungle.
I didn't get it.
It's solo top Lucario mirror matchup.
I got that.
I think, or not mirror matchup, but against the Zero Aura. This early game is just all about execution, how they can do it, and try to secure the farm best they can. That's good damage, but
Yeah, we need to back out.
you know, it's really scrappy. Good comms to say that they should back out. You don't want to overstay when you're doing like the try bottom lane, because jungle could influence the bottom lane.
I got it, I'm sure. Yeah.
All right, and then they're just locking down the farm. So really, when you're doing the try lane, you just really do your best. Lots of damage coming out really quickly. Nice tackle coming in. He might be dead for that. He uses the eject button.
No, I got one.
Oh, let's see if he get out. Okay, cool. He gets out with the Focus Band proc. That's why Focus Band just so strong in the meta for laning phase. Really can help you reach for farm, but also keeps you safe.
Okay, I'm positioning.
Just a little bit of...
Mid to watch.
Just a little mechanical misplay, no biggie. There wasn't really much there per se, so
I'm not bottom, okay.
just putting some pressure down so they can get there. Audino, nice. And you can actually see that their Eldegoss went for mid crabs, which is like probably a min-max to just get some of the mid farm out of the way, and if they have Talon, they could probably keep Talon in the jungle to get as much of the jungle farm and get those respawning as possible.
Where is
But we'll see.
He flashed.
We have back crab. I'm gonna go get it.
If Com's talking about flashes, Com's talking about their eject button, that is. Talking about the Machamp, where's the Machamp at? So really good communication that you can tell, like, this is really important in high level play.
They're knocked, but I think
7:40 on the clock. 20 seconds until the next set of Bs. Unfortunately, they do lose a player in the top lane. Oh, that's a big stun there. Mid Audino's gonna go, and 5 seconds on Bs.
In 4.
Yep. They want to be healthy here. And really just a lot of this damage happens and resolves so quickly. Really aggressive tackles. That's really solid that he knows he can tackle and instantly pulls back.
I'm waiting.
Oh, he's using Ice Fang. Very, very interesting. Using Ice Fang probably is really, really strong when you have a coordinated push with Leaf Tornado, because otherwise Ice Fang, and I've even said it, I feel like it's not the right decision because it's just so hard to get in the first Dread because you just have to walk in. Like, look at him. He literally has to just walk in. But okay, he tackles straight in, which means he's full committed because he has nothing to get out unless he just ejects. And he's going to go ahead and do that, and he's going to come back through. Oh, they tried. So okay, the communication here, I want to pause here for a second. The communication there coming out from Rin was really good. He was telling him, hey, hit Dread, because he was flying over the top and he wanted to use that fly to secure the Dread, but they just were kind of locked in the fight. They didn't get it low enough, and then when he does come down, it just turns into a big flip, and they unfortunately don't get it. So not honestly a terrible fight. It's just kind of like where the communication breakdown happened there, I think, where you know they kind of have to listen to that call a little bit more. It's hard. It's a tough call. I mean, it's really, really in the moment, and they just do their best. You know, we're not programmed like AI. We are humans. So all right, so unfortunately they fall here.
We can kill them here.
Yeah, you got this. You got this.
Vinu,
Let's go.
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
LD.
Don't have perspective on bottom, but they're doing their thing as he heads top lane. And again, I'm liking the Ice Fang pick. Ice Fang, Earthquake. I do think Earthquake is usually the more viable ability, in my opinion, for Mamo. Ice Fang is very, like I said, very interesting. But I'm interested to see how it plays out with them. Just like trying to initiate in general. I'm assuming that it's going to go well with the Elder Gods because it's a hard ability to use, in my opinion.
Oh, he ulted.
Oh, big ult coming from Venusaur. That is a big ult. Nice. That's actually a pretty big turnaround. Yeah, that's pretty big, actually. Just because that Venusaur wasn't even evolved yet. Okay. So at this point, they're just covering the map.
Can I take it red? Do you need it, Ren?
You can take it. It's fine.
He's asking for red. Now, Mamoswine does take a long time to rank up, to level up. So any kind of extra experience at this point could definitely help. There's no like clear objective on the map right now, so having the ability to just clear this jungle is nice. And they're really just like spanning the map and just like farming and or just defending. This is a really stalematey kind of position to be in. He really wants to try to get his ult if he can, but he's not going to have ult. Yeah.
See if I can get that.
We have ult and Talonol here.
Let them start it, and then you and I try to steal Rin.
All right, so we do have some information that they're in the lead. At this point, he's reaching for 10, which is good, but he's not going to hit it, and that's fine. He just needs to communicate that.
I'm going to go for back crab.
I don't think back crab will get it to him. He either just needs to keep dancing. He needs the team to keep dancing, but this is a dangerous position to be in when you're
He's gonna ult.
Oh gosh, he wants it so bad. I respect it, but
oh, that's a huge.
Oh, that's crazy. This might not be salvageable. So the biggest problem there. Okay, so the biggest problem there is that I'm not sure if Dan communicated well enough that he wanted to reach for 10. He kind of put out one communication line that was like, hey, if I get back crab, I can get ult. But I think that like in a situation like that where you have to commit a decent healthy amount of time, he maybe should have said, and again, no flame by the way, this obviously I'm watching it very calm and chill and not in the moment. He maybe should have said something like, hey, I'm gonna reach for 10, try to be safe, give me time, like something that really emphasizes the importance of needing that time and that safety, so that way he doesn't lose two of his teammates. Now aDrive's kind of caught in a position where he is pretty much trying to salvage the situation. Two of his teammates have just fallen. One of them's respawned at this point, or respawning, and he's like insta-popped his Unite move, and there's not going to be a ton of value because there's not even going to be a lot of follow-up. And you know, I think Ren's now calling that they are hard initiating on the Dreadnought, and he's just got to see if he can do anything here. He may even eject button in, would be my guess, and try to see if he can get like a last-minute steal. But this is a tough situation to be in.
There's no way.
So he ejects in, he gets a nice, he got good stall, but he's not going to stay alive long enough, I don't think. Oh, they almost got that. That is not a bad attempt. Not a bad attempt. So he falls down there, 4 minutes left. They should still have the lead. They just need to not give a ton of score away. That's what they're trying not to do. So it honestly wasn't a terrible, that wasn't terrible, all things considered. They're still in the score lead, even if they're not winning every Dreadnought or even have an experience lead per se.
We're right in this. We're ahead. We just have to, you know, we just keep losing Dread, but
they are ahead, and that's okay. They're just probably behind in experience a little bit, but that is okay.
Look at this LD. Look at this LD.
Yeah.
You hope?
I can't get the speed on you.
I really do like Tank with Ice Fang. It's crazy. I'm actually surprised how well it's going. But I guess maybe I need to give it another second look, because he does get the speed boost. Don't get me wrong. It definitely does help. Okay, so they find a pick. You got solo bot lane things happening in the bot lane with the off laners, and you can see that. Let's make an emphasis on that really quickly. You look at the bottom lane. There's the Zeraora, who was in solo top lane, and then you have the Lucario, who was in solo top lane. It's just part of the way that the high level play is done, where you want to have that off laner who's consistently getting farm, but also it's really just like a respect thing. Like, you want to cover the goal. You don't want to give them any free turn-ins, because like if the other team like let's say they know they can't go for that Rotom, they don't feel comfortable with it, they would just go bottom and turn in for free. So you don't really want to let them have any opportunity to get ahead when you're already winning score wise. You want to try to carry that score straight into the like the final 2 minutes of the game.
no farm, unfortunately.
So that's what the kind of like off laning thing is about, which I just realized that my webcam might have been in the way for quite a while, so I'm sorry about that.
You're on fire.
Not used to needing to change it.
Like, even
Sorry if I hurt y'all's perspective on that one. That's my bad.
Yeah, everyone's pretty much full on points right now, though.
All right, almost the final 2 minutes.
I'm with you. Go on that mine. Go on the mine.
Okay.
He picked that up.
I did not meant us.
Go.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought he meant us.
They are gonna get a kill out of this then.
Yeah.
Dreadnought is coming up, and there's about a 10-second window where it'll be up. Nice. Ice Fang does so much damage. I'm curious what the build is.
No,
He may just be straight tank. I'm not sure.
Are we doing Dread?
No,
Yes, run
maybe.
down.
Yeah, go. They don't have ults, go.
We kill them.
They might get a score lead here, though. I'm not sure what the score is.
Senji. Careful. Oh, what a flash.
On the way. Yo, zap it, 7.
Alright. Let's... Okay, so I wanted to throw this out there. Again, I don't know that aDrive or Dan would watch this, but one thing I'd like to see more of is maybe a little bit more camera play out of Dan. I think that there's some opportunities where he could be like queuing up his camera a little bit more, and it's an awkward thing to do, because you either have to you have to be doing it. Well, it's such a multitasking thing to do, but I actually think that he would get a decent benefit from queuing up his camera a little bit more to move around, like before some of the situations he gets in. Just a small note that I felt was maybe a relevant thing to bring up potentially.
Okay, I'm out.
All right, final 2 minutes.
If anything, we should
We're just gonna go straight.
Watch the mine.
I'm on reset.
Health is kind of low. Okay, and they're struggling to keep up. Okay, struggling to keep up. This fight is breaking incredibly fast. Dan is starting this fight with half health, and Rin just called that he had to back. So this is a scary position at a first glance. If they can pop Unites, if they can survive this situation, it could be okay. You can also see that the Venusaur immediately in this fight break is half health, as well as aDrive. So this is a very interesting position to be in. I can't see the rest of this team. This could end up being a clean 3v3, but we'll have to find out.
I have to ult this.
Ulting, Stompy.
Yep.
Machamp one.
Nice.
I'm in the fight.
And Ren is now here. Very good.
Yeah, mime, half mine.
Thank you for the buddy.
Mime.
Yeah, mime.
Very big win.
I'm on.
Let's go.
And that's game. And that's game right there. with 4 down, as long as they have some damage, the only person that could come in is Pipchamps, so they have to hurry.
Yeah. All right.
But that's it.
Let's go.
GG.
I'm going bot.
I need bot.
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah,
bot.
give Rin.
We have no one top right
You
now.
leapfrog him.
I'll go top. I'll go top.
He can walk this one in.
I can't, son.
Oh,
I'm
no.
stunned, I couldn't get it.
That's actually dangerous.
Having top, but
That's
I don't
actually
know
pretty
where
dangerous, but they should be fine. Okay.
Dude, I flashed through that.
Hey.
Did we got top?
I got
Yeah.
bot.
Okay, Venusaur will run it in, maybe. Nah, no top, no time.
Yeah, they're just giving me.
They're still in good score position. They should be fine.
I got another 22 mid.
The mine has. The mine
Nice,
has
just that
social
extra 22. It's just a little padding as well, but yeah, they should be fine, obviously.
Right here. Mine's my.
All right, make sure that they can do what they need to do. You know, score shield things. But otherwise, they're putting in the big damage. They're winning the fight because they have the heals.
Nice.
And that should be game.
Yeah, they only have 10. This is game.
Let's
Nice.
go.
Hey,
Nice.
let's go,
Third
guys.
place finish in this invitational tournament. Let's double check it. See the score.
I want to say what Sanji says during each of his games.
Let's go, baby. Good job, guys. Hey, listen,
Solid performance.
we take those. We came back. Third place.
Good job. Good
Our
job.
first tournament playing together, like properly.
Crazy, like we.
All right, so we'll pause it there so we can have some scoreboard context. But yeah, so final thoughts. I mean, they played really, really well. They were losing Dreadnoughts and keeping a point lead. That shows the ability for them to group up, to hold down like some of those big dives, to make strong decision making. I really like seeing Mamoswine in tournament play. I think that he's good. It's the same thing like I said with Talonflame. I didn't expect it this early. I didn't think that people would prioritize him over just say like a Snorlax or something. But I like it. I like that it's solid. Ice Fang is good, and I think that if you're using Ice Fang, honestly, maybe the play is just having the Leaf Tornado, and you might have to have that just for the extra speed in every now and then. But it didn't even seem that coordinated. Like he was just running around doing tank things, initiating with Earthquake, which I think you have to use most of the time because high horsepower really is just. It's just so clunky and gets you locked into position and you can't really do anything. So if you're going Ice Fang, I definitely think Earthquake's the way to go. And I like that. It definitely makes me want to reevaluate using Ice Fang more. But solid performance. Like I said, a couple of like tiny notes if I'm going that route. I do think that Dan could communicate a little bit more clearly on some small things, and then I think maybe just like queuing up his camera. I'd like to see him like practice that potentially. Queue up his camera a little bit more, look around just a tiny bit more as you're getting somewhere, and so that way you keep that like 1 or 2 extra seconds of context as you move into a situation. But a solid performance. Sanji's team is very, very good, and like I said, you can definitely check out the links for everybody in the description down below. If as long as I can find all the links and get everything going. But as always, friends, definitely drop a comment on this. I hope you enjoyed these VOD reviews. I love doing this. I love being competitive focused and paying attention to the competitive scene. And yeah, it's always a fun time. So be sure to be kind to one another. Tell someone that you love them. And I'll see you on the next video.